Hello, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Happy day of love. Of love to each other, self-love, love between men and women, and all kinds of love that exist. So I hope that you aren't just waiting for love, but you create a love atmosphere around you, in your house, in your heart, at your workplace, everywhere. Hey Glenn, happy Valentine's Day. I know what you're thinking, but first, give yourself today a treat. We all know, and that's just a reminder that love starts with loving yourself and taking a great care of yourself, because that is very nourishing and that is where everything starts. I talk to many people who are looking for love, or they say that they are, but here is two things. They have resentment toward it. They feel a certain way about all the women on the planet just because they could not trust their partner. And they hold resentment against almost all the women on the planet, like I said, and they have blame, and they did not let the forgiveness take over them. They did not let themselves forgive. So in that state of resentment, they are looking for love, and their statement is kind of like, prove me that you are real. That's not ever gonna happen, guys. And number two is, we don't need to look for love. Love is already inside of us. Our relationship is a side effect of love. Thank you, Dave. Thank you for the hearts. Adrian, hello. Happy Valentine's. Gino, happy Valentine's. Excuse me, guys. Just came back from the outside. It's a natural blush. So love is already inside of us. People that we meet, our friends, our lovers, our special significant others, these are all people, byproducts of the love we have inside. So it might sound somewhat esoterical to you, but it's so true. It's very hard to be in a vibrant, loving relationship when you are kind of low-key, low-energy person. It won't last very long. And it probably won't even happen. Or if it will happen, it will last very short, because it will be a very short relationship, because the other person will only be able to be your light and your inspiration for a very short period of time. Very short period of time, because if the other person keeps generating love and positivity and you know, all these vibes, and you are not, you will get a little high on their emotions, but then one day they will get tired. That's if just talking about energy wise. Meanwhile, guys, I cannot help it, but I want to say a huge big thank you for the wonderful messages, for the wonderful wishes. I really see Valentine's Day as a celebration, as a must for everybody, whether you are in a relationship, in the old, new, whether you're single, maybe just divorced, whatever is happening. I think that love is something we should celebrate really every day, and we have to create the vibes of love around us. And just as it's kind of like a garden, you know. And talking about garden, guys, I want to say big heartfelt thank you to all the lovely surprises that came today my way. It was very touching and beautiful, and I'll try to show some of it. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know, my camera. Okay, let's see. I think I can do it. I don't know. I'm not very good with doing this, but it's a lot of things. I have some cards. I'm gonna keep things private, you know, but I was, well, first of all, I was very surprised and touched and all of the above. So thank you so much. It's just wonderful. I absolutely love flowers, and of course I love the cards and some very heartfelt things. That today was just a reassurance that you do have to create a love ocean around you, and then love all the good things, a byproduct of that. Hello Ryan, happy Valentine's Day to you too. I loved your post today, it was very nice. Thank you, Drew, thank you so much. I absolutely love them. I got I probably it's gonna be a flower for photo session now. Yes, they're very springy and wonderful. And I got some orchids. I absolutely love orchids because they're so pretty and they stay for so long. And actually, guys, some women like me, there are some women, I don't know what type it is, but there are some women that get energy and inspiration from beauty. It's almost like you can revive yourself and get your juices flowing when you look at the bright colors, when you have flowers around. You know, my son often, sorry guys, I can't find a, okay. My son often asks me, why do you like flowers? Why do you need flowers? They do nothing for you. They just stand there. But they bring me happiness in terms of they trigger that button that, you know, the beauty, the trigger that triggers joy and happiness and inspiration. I think for many women, looking at beautiful flowers inspires them. You know, it just I don't know, you either feel it or not. You know, there are some people that could care less for that. They get energized and inspired by something else. But definitely it's beautiful. And I wanted to tell you guys, tomorrow I'm going to yeah, Drew is saying that I would say the same thing to my mom when I was your son's age. Yeah, I know, it's hilarious. He's a bit better with it now. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you so much. So as your son. Ryan, you're a great example for your son. He sees you being an entrepreneur, a hustler, a man that cuts his own paycheck and hustling. He's not waiting for things to be handed to him. You know, so as my son, he's already thinking about the entrepreneurial venues and trying to already, you know, doing some things, and wants to open a gaming channel, which I have to have a separate life for that one. So guys, do you have any insights, any ideas, any things you want to comment on today's day, and something how you like to celebrate today? I've seen one of people that I'm following, and she's a great relationship coach from Ukraine. I mean, she's very famous between all the post-USSR countries, and she is great. She always has great message. She's absolutely awesome. And she said she spent 2.5 hours today at the gym working out, and 1.5 hours at the massage and something else. And I understand that for women that is a high level person that moves and travels and have seminars, it's like a big treat, reviving and giving love to yourself through empowering yourself, working on yourself, making yourself you know, more stronger, more beautiful and stronger and more beautiful. Okay, well, you got it. So I loved it, and I was really jealous because that was actually my dream today, but it didn't happen. But it will happen this weekend. So, any other ideas? I know I had somebody who wanted to jump on a call with me, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I know here is a new option where you can join the live call. I know Ryan should Ryan knows about that. Just a minute. So Dave, are you coming? Because I had somebody today from my VIP club that wanted to give a speech. Hey, I don't know. There should be there is an option to call in somewhere here on iPads, especially. I think it's where you send a message. There are different icons, and there is one icon that means call in. See if you can figure it out. Ryan knows. Ryan Perez knows all of that. So guys, in another message for you, I want to support my followers, those guys who are divorced and maybe have a recent thing and courts and judges, or maybe for those guys who actually walked out from an unhappy, affectionless marriage, and kind of looking back and wondering, well, maybe I should have stayed, like at least I would have somebody to celebrate the holiday with, or you know, I'm already 50, so I don't know if I'm gonna meet somebody, you know, all these thoughts. And I want to say, guys, there is nothing worse in the world than mediocre relationship. It's a relationship where you kind of there, you don't really have fights because you don't really have any feelings, any real deep feelings of love and passion to each other, so there is nothing to fight about. But you kind of tolerate it, but you're not really loved. You are in a space where you don't have an enemy, but you don't have a friend. It's kind of like something in between. It's something that doesn't have taste. And it's something that is the most dangerous thing in the world. When you maybe you are regretting right now, or you're thinking about it, and you know, guys, I just wanna tell you this, that mediocre relationship is the most dangerous thing in the world, because chances are you won't change it. If that would be a terrible one, you would be thinking and probably taking action. But when it's sort of mediocre, it's kind of okay, you know, you are okay, you know, you just fine. Oh well, I see that a lot here. Then it's kind of like you slowly dying, and you feel guilty to change something. You know you're with the wrong person. You live the wrong life. It's not the right path for you. So I really believe that mediocre things, they are a lot more dangerous than bad things. Because again, things that are really bad, we would do things to change it. But with mediocre thing, with kind of okay, it's, you know, you kind of like, yeah, thank you, Dave. It's sort of like you kind of don't exist, you know, you kind of tolerate it again. And the chances are there is also some resentment when you may be doing your career, and you know, you have strangers that supporting you. You have strangers that want to know how you're doing. You have strangers that happy for your success at work. But the person at home do not understand you, kind of want you to succeed, and kind of don't, or doesn't, or jealous, or feels resentment toward you. That situation will never change. There is something about it. There is actually research on human behavior. That thing will never change. So you probably, even if you would stay it will only be question of time, unless you subscribe for the life of misery. So happiness starts with us. Happiness starts with our hearts, with how we treat others, with how we live our life, with what kind of energy we bring to others. So that is something that we can nourish and revive, and all of that. I received so many messages and letters today via my social media, and some personal calls, and just all kinds of thoughts and stories. But the thing number one, regardless what's happening, start with yourself, give yourself some love, think about what you really want, and start that journey. Doesn't matter what happened in the past, you can start counting day one from today. Any day is a good day to start over. And I think pain is really good. I really believe that pain is really good, because pain is a signal. Pain is a signal that something needs to be changed, something needs to be readjusted, something needs to evolve. Things not working out anymore the way they were working before. So I'm not a big fan of painkillers, because I think we have pain for a reason. I really believe that, guys. Gino is saying he spent a wonderful day with his woman, and they were connecting, I guess, through internet multiple times. Good for you, Gino. Yeah, Drew is saying being in a relationship, to be just in one is really bland. I would say just move on and find someone new that ignites your passion. Yeah, that's another topic, is that very often people know your talents, and they asking and pushing you why you're not married, or why you're not in a relationship, or why. And I think we all have our own timing, we all have our own thing, and most of you guys, and most of us in general, most of people could, if they really wanted, could get married in a very short terms. If you put that goal and you just settle for whatever comes your way, you can do that just to put a check mark that you did it, just to put a check mark. But it's much more fun to create, to actually find your passions without counting on somebody, to create your own life, and to connect with somebody who is connecting with you, to be with somebody who is on the same page, who is compatible, who wants to do the same things in life, who looks at the life the same way. So all these beautiful things, they are possible, and they are within our reach, especially when we just being ourselves and living up to our highest potential on everyday life, without waiting for that to happen first. We got to do our thing first, and then let all the beautiful things happen. I meet a lot of people that are very demotivated, and they say that they're demotivated because they don't have anybody at the moment. But here is the bad circle, is that when you don't have it, you probably will not have it if you're waiting in order for you to change. So anyways, today is a beautiful day. We had some sun today in Michigan, which is amazing. We had some snow and some sun, and I want you guys to think, how will you show your love to yourself this year? What things that you've been wanting to do, you're actually gonna put on your list and do? Anything from daily routines to changing your environment, to get ready for some travel, to stop worrying about settling and go for the person or for the kind of person you really want. in working on yourself to be the match for that? Like, what's on your list of self-love and exploration, and also maybe a challenge of international relationship and things like that? Of course, somebody is calling me. I'll answer that later. So yes, all kinds of challenging. Some of you guys want to travel to Ukraine, and guys, as much as I promote travel to Ukraine, and as much as I think it's great to travel and see another country and meet new people and all of that, I want to say that Ukraine isn't a pill to fix your problems with women, to fix your problems with your self-esteem, to fix your problems with your negative attitude if you have it. It's not going to be a pill for that. So I definitely encourage you to travel, to maybe have some personal things and personal dates, but first of all, to travel, to even experience, to have something that is an experience that you will remember and you will discover things. And definitely challenge you, encouraging you to do something. Maybe you want to go to Antarctica, I don't know, whatever you gotta do, but to bring that light back, to recover after setbacks and betrayal and pain, you gotta start with something. And today on the Valentine's Day, since most of my followers are single guys, I want to say, instead of feeling kind of the victim mode or the pain or being hurt, kind of indulging into staying in that pain, you can choose to move on, you can choose to do more things, you can choose to fall in love with your life again, and you can choose to open up some light. Okay, I gotta go, guys. Choose to open up. I love you all. Thank you so much for those gorgeous, gorgeous flowers. You guys are awesome. I love you all, and I will be back very soon. Gotta go.